minor leagues and start his career to be a hopeful major league shortstop. He's 18 years old, so he'll take a little while to groom himself, but he will hopefully be an important cog for the Yankees. They like this guy. Jack Leiter, unfortunately, I can almost say with certainty is not going to sign. Jack Leiter is going to go to Vanderbilt, and Jack Leiter will be a top flight draft pick in a draft in a few years from now. But yeah, we have our pick. We have our number one guy. That's the important thing. So, Jack Leiter, good luck at Vanderbilt. Anthony Volpe, welcome to the Yankees. It's a fun time to be a draft pick of the Yankees because we are a good team and we're only getting better. But with that's the Mets series and draft news. And now, something I hit on last show. A lefty who's now in Atlanta, Dallas Keuchel. Dallas Keuchel looked like he's going to be a Yankee. Mark Feinsand of the Daily News, I believe, reported that Keuchel was drawing some heavy interest from the Yankees. Now, I said last show that I would welcome him to the Bronx, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's necessary. We need him right now. Now we probably kind of need him because we lost Herman. Severino's going to be out past All-Star break, and we're going to have to piece together without Herman in the rotation. Because with Herman, we had Herman, Sabathia, Happ, Paxton, and Tanaka, which is a solid 5. Now we have 4, and we had to piece together these starts until we can get Herman back. So right now, it looks like Dallas Keuchel would have been a good addition. But sadly, Dallas Keuchel is not going to be a Yankee. He signed a 1-year, $13 million deal with the Braves, and you can find out all Yankee news and notes, and even some general baseball news and notes on my Twitter account for this podcast. It's at BPN Talk. So go ahead and give that a follow if you want some daily Yankee news. I post lineups, updates, game time starts, final scores, everything you need for the Yankee fan who wants to know what's going on in the world of the Yankees. So tune into that. Go follow that on Twitter for all your Yankee news. But back to Keuchel. He's a Brave, and he'll help the Braves. They're a good team with an okay rotation. I mean, I like Soroka. He pitched well, but they just added a legitimate veteran who knows how to win. He won a Cy Young Award. It's always good to have a lefty in the rotation. And they really showed that they can go out and make the big play. I think the Yankees offered less money. They offered less money for Keuchel, which, I mean, at this point, it's past the draft. The only thing that mattered was money. So he's now a Brave, and we're without Dallas Keuchel, which is unfortunate because I thought he could really be a big player for us, even though I wasn't over the moon about his signing potentially with the Yankees, but I did think he could be of service. That being said, Yankees have shown interest in a few starting pitchers. I'll break them down for you. Last show I was asked about, after last show I was asked about Madison Bumgarner. Well, Madison Bumgarner has a no trade to 8 teams, Yankees being one of them, and I still believe that he does not want to be here. He could be enticed. And he could say, hey, the Giants could say to him, hey, you'll be on a postseason team, pitching for a ring, even though he already has 3. How would you like to pitch in meaningful games? So maybe he'll waive his no-trade clause for that. Although I think that'll cost you Frazier, personally, because I don't think that the Giants are ready to trade the guy who's been with them since 2010, helped them win 3 championships, who's been a linchpin in that dominating Giants team that's been there for a long time now. Still have Posey, who they're not trading. They brought back Pablo Sandoval because they want those old school players who are on those teams back because, hey, it puts fannies in seats. So they have a hard time letting go of some good ball players. They had Hunter Pence for a while. I love Hunter Pence. He's playing very well in Texas. They had him for too long a time, and he ended up playing pretty badly in his final few seasons with the Giants. And Bumgarner is pitching okay this season. He just pitched in a 1-0 shutout loss to the Dodgers. Max Muncy took him deep. But he's pitching fairly well. So I would say that I would like to have Bumgarner here. I just don't know what's going to cost you, and also he might not waive his no trade clause. The guy I want to see here is somebody else that the Yankees are taking interest in, and that's Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman is probably the perfect fit, personally. Marcus Stroman. He's a Long Island kid. He's a solid big league pitcher. He's pitching very well this season, and you know he pitches well in big games. I mean, did anybody watch the WBC? The World Baseball Classic was full of big moments, and none bigger than Marcus Stroman's final game. He pitched a hugely important game that ended up winning the WBC for the U.S. So he clearly can pitch in big games. I think he's pitched in the playoff before. So I really think he belongs with the Yankees. Now, he might cost you some more because he has 2 years of control left after the season. And he is a good pitcher. And it's in division. So I don't think the Blue Jays will be too keen to trade Stroman. But the Yankees say, hey, we'll give you Frazier and Nishioka, I guess. I'd do that deal. Would you? I would. Frazier's kind of a head case. I love Frazier, but he's kind of a head case. I could part ways with Frazier. I could. Now, if they say we want Andujar, no, we're not doing that. But I could see the Yankees going after Stroman. I'd like them to go after Stroman. It would be a solid move. Get a guy to strengthen that rotation. Who knows how long Savvy's going to be out for? Who knows? It's just a matter of time to tell. But also 2 other names. And one name I was going to toss out because I saw it in an article. Matthew Boyd, left-handed pitcher from Detroit. What I know Matthew Boyd for is giving up a 493-foot home run to Gary Sanchez a few seasons ago. So I don't really want any part of Matthew Boyd. I think he's a solid arm, could provide some decent innings, but I don't see Matthew Boyd being an option for this team. He'll cost you the least of any starting pitcher, but he'll also give you the least quality innings. So I just don't see the Yankees really going after a guy like Boyd because it just wouldn't be advantageous to a good Yankee team. Another arm I think the Yankees going after that I read in the article is Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer raises some eyebrows. Trevor Bauer, while he pitched pretty poorly this season, can definitely give you some solid innings. I really don't see how trading for Trevor Bauer, aside from the aspect of giving up players, can really impact your team negatively. I don't foresee a negative impact for trading for Trevor Bauer if you get it at the right price. He's pitched pretty poor this season. Trevor Bauer makes any team better. Now, he's had a rocky beginning to his career with the D-backs, but he's definitely proven him to be an all-star caliber starting pitcher. I really don't see any reason to not trade for Trevor Bauer, except for this. It's going to cost you a big name prospect. A huge prospect, maybe even Florial and Frazier, but maybe plus. I wouldn't want to give that up. Maybe even more. And I mean, this is my own ignorance talking here, but I don't know how much I don't know how many years he has left on his deal, because that could also add credence or detract from the Yankees potentially going out and trading for him. Because I mean, a huge deal about trades nowadays is how many years they have left of control and how many years these guys have until they're free agents. Now, I read this, that earliest free agent for Bauer, 2021, so he'll be here for a while if we trade for him. So that'll probably lead to the conversation starting with maybe even Miguel Andujar. So I really don't want to trade Andujar for Bauer. He's having an okay, not great season. He's 4-6 with a 3.71. Last year he was 12-6 with a 2.21. The man has just not pitched as he should, and I think maybe he's hurt. Maybe he has. Maybe people are sitting on his curveball. I can't tell you, but I do know that he's not the pitcher he was last season, at least right now. And I would try and trading for someone else not named Trevor Bauer. The guy I want, the guy I think is the best possible option, is Marcus Stroman. Now, you can disagree with me all day long. People will say, Bumgarner. I'm a big believer in Marcus Stroman. Maybe I'm biased. I'm a Long Island guy. Born and raised in Long Island, Bethpage, Long Island. He was born and raised 20 minutes from me. So maybe I'm biased. And you know what? I don't care. He is a damn good starting pitcher, and the baseball world knows it. Yankee fans know it. And he knows it. So I think that the best move is to go after Trevor Bauer. To go after Marcus Stroman, personally. So that's the potential trade market for the Yankees. Now, my final thing I want to talk about before I have to cut this show a little short today is the returning players. Yankees have a bunch of guys who are on the mend, coming back soon. We have a lot of potential with this team. And if you follow my Twitter account, at BPN Talk, you'll know all the news and updates as I post them, because there's been a lot of updates. Let me just go through that for a second. We have guys like Giancarlo Stanton, who played for the Tampa Tarpons. He homered and went 2 for 4. He has really proven to be an injury-prone man, but hopefully we can get him back by the next homestand after this White Sox series, this 4-game White Sox series in Chicago. So Giancarlo will be playing for Tampa yesterday, which he did, and today, and he'll be back, and he'll be in AAA on Friday, hopefully back for the homestand. But the bigger news is that Aaron Judge can start playing in rehab games this weekend. The oblique injury that should take so long to get back is being fast-tracked, not because they want him back so desperately, but because he can come back. He can come back soon, so we can have Judge and Stanton playing for the Tarpons very soon, and be in the big leagues shortly thereafter. So, your two big boppers who've been out for a very long time, Stanton since end of March, and Judge since April, could be back very soon, and I think every Yankee fan in the world is happy about that. I mean, I don't know what you could say otherwise. I mean, the only thing I could say that might be a little concerning is I know Judge is going to have to deal with that oblique injury for the entire season. It's going to be there lingering. You need a whole offseason to really rest it all. But if he can play through it and not have it be so crippling, then it's going to be business as usual for Aaron Judge. It'll be business as usual for Aaron Judge. He is going to be... He's going to be a force on this team once again very soon, and I personally cannot wait for that. So, some bad Yankee news in the fact that Dellin Betances has been shut down yet again. It's just, I don't think he's going to be a factor for this team. I don't. I just don't see him factoring for this team. He's just been hurt time and time again. He's a pitcher, so he's fragile. He's huge. He's 6'8". Everything combined really proves that this team and Betances just don't mix right now. It's oil and vinegar. It's oil and water. It's oil and water. Betances has been hurt for so long, and the Yankees just don't see themselves having him. They have a great bullpen without him. I want Betances in this bullpen. I do. I want him to be healthy. I just don't see it happening this season, and we'll have Dellin back hopefully next season. If he comes back this season, I'm happy, and I am thrilled to have Dellin in this team because he has some nasty stuff if he's ready, if he's healthy. But if he's not, then we shouldn't have a healthy pitcher. We shouldn't have an unhealthy pitcher out there. But with that, we have to end today's show. Again, I've been Anthony Simeone.